you're so sweet. Yeah. So sweet. Wow.
That's Twizzler.
Look at his face.
She likes to see herself, that's why.
Twizzyy, the little bird who finally found love.
So apparently I am dramatic. Me? Dramatic? Ah! Who would say that? Who would say that?
Twizzyy came from a breeder in California. She was just a tiny parrot with the sweetest little eyes, but she wasn't perfect enough to be sold. You see, Twizzyy was born with a beak condition called cross beak or scissor beak. It made it nearly impossible for her to close her beak the right way, and every single meal was a struggle. She would whip her little head back and forth, trying so hard to fling food into her mouth, but 9 times out of 10 it just fell to the ground. Can you imagine how helpless that must have felt? To be so hungry, so eager, and yet unable to eat like the others. For almost 2 years, all she knew was a cage that was far too small. The metal bars scratched against her face every time she tried to eat. She hurt herself over and over again, and all she could do was wait. Wait for someone to notice her. Wait for someone to give her a chance. A friend of mine was the first to see her and realized she desperately needed help. After a lot of back and forth with the breeder, Twizzyy was finally released and she came to me. From the very beginning, I promised her one thing. Don't worry, little one. You'll have food now. You'll be safe.
You're so cute. That's my shirt. You silly. Silly girl.
At first, she didn't trust me. And honestly, who could blame her? People hadn't been kind to her before. She avoided me, scared and unsure. But day after day, I showed up. I fed her by hand, I gave her time, I gave her patience, and slowly she began to believe in me.
Such a silly little thank you.
The first time she lowered her head for me to scratch it, I nearly cried. That tiny little gesture, it was her way of saying, okay, I think I can trust you. From that moment, everything changed. It may have seemed like a small thing to others, but to me it was one of the best days of my life, a day I'll never forget. And that's when I discovered who Twizzyy really was. Beneath all the fear, she was a bubbly, playful little soul, full of energy. She loved being around people, loved attention, and even played catch with little toys, like a child playing with her mom. Such a joyful spirit, hidden away during all those lost years. Of course, she still needs special care. We file her beak so it doesn't get too sharp. I prepare her meals carefully, tiny pieces of fruit, pellets rolled into little balls, shallow bowls she can scoop from by tilting her head. I've spent hundreds of hours just feeding her, but every single second has been worth it.
No, don't take that. That's my shirt. That's my shirt. Silly girl. You're such a silly butt. You're so sillies.
Because now, Twizzyy isn't just surviving, she's really living. She roams around the house, free to explore. She's curious, mischievous, full of life. That little bird who once sat helpless in a cage now fills my home with laughter and joy every day. She'll never make it in the wild. She simply doesn't know how. But she doesn't need to. She has a home now. She has safety. She has love. And I feel truly blessed that she's in my life. Twizzyy isn't just a bird to me. She's family. Sometimes I wonder, what if no one had taken her in? What if she'd been left in that cage forever? The thought breaks my heart. And it reminds me of how many other animals are still out there waiting, just like she was hoping for someone to give them a chance. If you ever think about bringing a pet into your life, I hope you'll remember Twizzyy. Don't just look for the perfect one, because sometimes the ones who need us the most are the very ones who end up changing our lives the most. Rescue, adopt, open your heart. When you do, you're not just saving them. Sometimes they save you too. But I'll be honest, caring for an animal is not always easy. Take the time to learn about them, and don't be afraid to ask experts for advice so you can give them the best life possible. Love them with your whole heart, and I promise they'll give back more than you could ever imagine.
He wants to kiss her. Oh, such a sweet boy. Oh, big yawn.
If Twizzy's story touched you, the story of her strength, her fight, and her sweet little spirit, please don't forget to like and share it. Life has a way of surprising us with beauty and goodness in the most unexpected places. Thank you so much for listening.